Welcome back to Talking Fitchburg. Joining me this morning is Lieutenant Chad Brecklin from the Fitchburg Police Department. Always generous enough to stop in once a month, kind of give us an update what's going on in the police department. Chad, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you again for the invitation. It's always nice to sit down and chat.
Certainly appreciate it. So we got a couple of things that we kind of want to get to today. And first, I just want to start. I know it was in the news for quite a while on the house explosion that took place here, and just wondering if you had any updates or anything you could share with us to get out to the public.
Yeah, so we're still working the investigation it's a joint investigation, and now obviously there's some private entities involved in the way of insurance companies. Unfortunately, I don't have any sort of update as to what the cause is or when we hope to have the investigation complete. But I can assure you that there's obviously still plenty of work taking place, and there's still plenty of work to do. So it'll, unfortunately, probably be quite a bit of time yet. But I do want to talk about the fact that I think that the response to the situation really demonstrated how well our city agencies work together. Again, not only just city agencies, but really the county and state agencies have worked together really well in this particular case. We also had some involvement from nonprofit organizations such as the Salvation Army, and it was a really significant incident, in my opinion, probably the most significant multidisciplinary incident in Fitchburg in the 17 plus years that I've been here, and I think it was really a testament to show the dedication, the training, and the resources can all come together and provide a good response to things. We had that listening session or forum after the event with the neighborhood as well. I hoped that the neighborhood and community felt that was beneficial. And, you know, we're always taking a look at how we respond to things in general, whether it's just within the police department or throughout the city. And one of the things that we have talked about at some point in the near future is hopefully being able to complete an after-action review of the response to that incident as well. So that if there are things that we did well, those should be noted. And then if there are things that we could have done differently, those, you know, should be noted for future situations. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know from just standing back, and yes, I'm in part of the city, but to see, I mean, every department come together, whether it was public service or not, and again, the outside resources that came in, you know, you couldn't have asked for a better collaboration of services, and, you know, I'm very grateful to be working for this organization when something like that can come together, and you guys train for that, and that would be my one comment is, you know, it's good that you say that, you know, you would consider looking at evaluating these things, but that's part of what you guys do on an ongoing basis. You're always training and looking for the better way.
Yeah. I mean, if we don't take a look at how we've responded to something in an effort for improvement, then we're kind of doing ourselves and the community a disservice, in my opinion.
I agree. Well, keep up the good work there, and we'll follow up on that if we find out any more information on the next show.
Thank you.
Other stuff that you're working on is the body-worn cameras by officers. So kind of give us an update of where we're at with that project.
Yeah, just a little bit of background on that. The City Council approved funding for 2016 for us to implement a body-worn camera program. We have been evaluating the best practices in implementing that sort of program throughout the entire year. We've had a committee of staff taking a look at it. That committee's been comprised of officers representing each of the 3 shifts, supervisory staff, and as well as an officer representing the police union. And we're nearing a point here where we actually have some community listening sessions coming up where we can provide the community with an update on the program, on where it's at, and then also seek feedback and input from the community as we near implementation. One of the things that we hope to discuss at the listening session is obviously give the background on where we've been, so to speak, but also put out our draft policy on how we'll utilize the cameras to allow community feedback on that policy. So those listening sessions are going to be coming up in the month of October. We'll be holding 3 of them in different locations of the city. As the dates, locations, and times are finalized in the very near future, please check our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, the
We'll
city
guar-
website.
Yeah, I say we'll
exactly.
I
and everywhere
guarantee you
else, and
we'll have you covered here on this show,
we'll
and
get
we'll
that
get those dates
information out.
out.
And just one other point on those listening sessions is, in addition to the body-worn camera conversation, we are going to save a period of time at the end of those listening sessions if police just want to talk about, or I'm sorry, if citizens just want to talk about any police-related issues in their neighborhood or community, we'll have some time available for that as well.
Good. That'll be a good listening session then.
Yep, exactly.
That helps out. All right. Well, switching gears here, because you guys are always busy, right?
Yeah.
The Verona Road construction project now has shifted kind of into Fitchburg, and thought we'd ask you kind of from your standpoint, whether you should be driving through these construction zones and taking caution. So kind of where you sit on that.
Well, I got to say, I think about every third day or so, I get an email from either the Department of Transportation, city engineering, or a road construction company advising us of either a short-term or an extended-term road closure due to construction, predominantly on the northeast portion of Fitchburg related to the Verona Road project. But there are a few other areas popping up on the east side as well, here and there. And it is creating a bit of a headache for motorists, obviously. It's creating a safety issue for the road construction folks that are working in those zones. And, it's obviously increases some of the workload for our staff that are out and about, and can create some response issues for public safety as well. Most of those construction zones, particularly if local businesses are within those zones, are open to local traffic that are visiting the businesses within the zones. We strongly encourage people, if you are not visiting those local businesses, to just avoid driving through the construction zone. One, it could be hard on your vehicle. I mean, you just never know where there's going to be a big gravel pothole that is going to take out a suspension component. And two, it's a safety issue for the crew that's in the road construction zone. So please use marked detours, find alternate routes if you are not frequenting businesses, particularly in the Nesbitt Road section. We've had quite a few conversations with the road construction crew there about their concerns, and we put some information out on our social media sites. We've had some conversations with city engineering, and we really are hoping for the motorist voluntary compliance in avoiding that construction zone unless they're actually frequenting or visiting a Nesbitt Road business.
Perfect, Jad. Well, certainly appreciate you stopping in. A lot of information to get out there, and we'll see you next month for another update.
Sounds good. Look forward to it.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Talking Fitchburg.